Lisa Cutter, you've been a PR practitioner for more than 25 years. You've been a leader in PRSA, and now you're a member of the Colorado House of Representatives. How do you think ethics straddles the world of PR and the world of politics?
Oh, it completely straddles those two worlds. When I was a public relations practitioner, I always looked at the profession sort of idealistically. Like I believe really strongly that good communications can change the world, that just helping people understand helps them make better decisions. And obviously, there's ethics involved in that. If you want to just be honest and straightforward about something, people will gravitate towards the right thing, I think. And so that's how I always viewed public relations, and of course that's how I view my role as a legislator. My constituents now are sort of like my clients, right? Or the customers, the end customer. And so it's really important for me to communicate openly and honestly, and then let them make the decisions.
Well, it's interesting because you are championing a media literacy bill, which is near and dear to my heart. So how do you think ethics plays a role in that?
Oh, I'm so excited about that bill, and I'm so glad you're excited about it too. I've thought about all my colleagues and friends in PR when I did that bill. I think that it kind of goes back to what I just said. When people have the right information, then they can make the right decision for them based on their own values. So, of course, our job as communicators, whether it's as a public relations practitioner for a client or me as a legislator on behalf of my bill or something I feel strongly about, of course we want to advocate, and of course we want to persuade people. But we have to, I think it's really important that there's a basis of understanding of what the problem is or what the issue is that we're trying to sell, if you will. And so if we communicate that in an honest, straightforward way, then again, people can make the best decision for them. I feel like media literacy, which is basically just helping young kids, it's aimed towards education at K through 12, helping kids understand the difference between fact versus opinion. Right. In the PR world, that would be, an advertorial versus an editorial. Understanding that some communications have implicit bias, and looking for sources that are as unbiased as possible. Understanding again, 10 people sitting there talking about a piece of news isn't fact, that's opinion, right? And just separating all those things out. So again, cutting to the heart and getting to the real facts in an ethical way.
A couple of the values in PRSA's Code of Ethics speaks to the balance between what we're doing, trying to sell, trying to persuade, trying to communicate for our companies and for our clients, and our obligation to the public interest. As a legislator, how do you balance those two areas?
Well, as a communicator, I always look to frame things in the best possible way. I mean, that's our job. If you want to be a persuasive communicator, you have to frame the situation for people in a way that hopefully will persuade them. But that doesn't involve straying from the facts or straying from accurate information or misleading someone. And so I just feel really strongly that is actually counterproductive. That comes back to bite you when you do those things. And we're trying to create, as a legislator and as a communicator on behalf of clients, we're in both of those roles. I'm trying to create not an image, but build up a reputation and establish that. And an image implies maybe that it's not true, and that's not the case. I mean, a good reputation is based on fact and what people demonstrate again and again and again. It's based on trust, really, right? That's the nugget. So if you stray from those values, then you don't earn the public's trust, and that's counterproductive for me as a legislator and for a company as well.
Can you talk a little bit about your media literacy bill that you've put forward in the House of Representatives?
Yeah, I am very excited about that bill, and I feel really strongly that it's important for all of us. It's important for adults too, but we can't mandate adults learn things, and we don't want to mandate kids either. We want to provide the tools and things for classrooms so that teachers can arm their students with the critical thinking skills they need to determine fact from opinion. And I feel really, really strongly that misinformation right now is a threat to our democracy. And that's not looking at it with a filter. That's not, I'm saying unbiased. I mean, obviously I think a certain way and people think the opposite way, and that's okay. That's our opinion. But what I want to establish is that there is a clear path towards determining the facts of a situation and locating factual information throughout the hundreds and thousands of sources kids are exposed to now. So I really, really feel like misinformation is a threat to our democracy, and providing accurate information and teaching kids how to look for it is just going to make us stronger.